Hey folks, mahalo. Scott Grove here of GroovyMusicLessons.com. They call me Dr. Groovy, like in the movie. Okay, now we're going to take the world's baddest ukulele. And take his puppy. Isn't that amazing? Gotta love it. And I'm going to concentrate mainly on our picking hand, which will be also our strumming hand, and so forth. So we'll just get down around your basic C's and G's. But that'll probably be about all we do. We might move them around, but again, concentrating here. Different strumming and backhand, meaning hitting them on the back of your fingernails thing going on. Then we're going to do what are called some banjo rolls, actually dedicating each finger and your thumb to different strings. We are tuned to standard C6 with a high G string, so no weird monkey business guitar tuning junk. We're here for a uke, okay? So, is he or is he not going to show us what to do? Of course. So, if you are just playing, let's say, go straight to your G chord, okay? I want to start you off on your finger picking because this will be stuff like this. So you can do the slow stuff. I'll do it in G and C both. You'll see me change between the two. Okay? And this is going to be dedicated stuff. You can see the thumb, the first finger, and the middle finger. And I'm going to use my thumb for your G string too. You're going to see thumb, middle, and then your index finger. Thumb, middle, index. So thumb, second finger, first finger. Okay? So that's how we get all these things, our finger picking. Okay, again, that is a banjo roll. So up nice and close. Thumb again here on your C string. Middle finger up here on your A string. And then your index finger on your E string. And again, your thumb's going to cover your G string on top, whether it's high or whether it's low. Okay? So, pop along with me. I'm going to make it a 20-minute lesson, so learn as much as you can. And always go back. Got tons of free lessons over there at GroovyMusicLessons.com. Go to where it says free lessons and hit where it says other, because most of it's guitar or bass stuff, but the other stuff will get you all the way. Tons of uke stuff and lots of slide things, lap steels, Hawaiian stuff, and even all the way to dulcimers and drumsticks and everything, every instrument you can think of. Okay, so banjo rolls. Okay, let's go back to G. Okay, again where we were. Okay, so thumb, we're just going to keep them right here for now, nothing different. Okay. Now I want you to actually put a emphasis on the correct syllable, which means that I did not do that with my vocals. I did not put the correct emphasis on the correct syllable. I need the correct emphasis on the right syllable. Okay, so I need to actually put some emphasis on my middle finger. So all the way down here on the A string. So we're going to hit that sucker about twice as hard, almost, as anything else. So just as much as it takes to really make it jump out there a little bit, because we are going to be moving our pinky to the 3rd fret, so directly underneath, right there, underneath our ring finger. We're going to move it from 2 to 3. Actually, it's going to put it down on 3rd fret, up to the 5th fret, 3rd fret, take it back off, so you have 2nd fret there, and then open, and then back on. We're also going to take our 1st finger off and back on, and then we're going to put our pinky on the 4th fret, okay, up here on our C string, and then we're going to put our pinky up here on the 5th fret on the E string, and so forth and so on. Okay, it just all goes along with making melodies that you may not be aware of to make this kind of picking a little more interesting and show you why we're doing it. Then I'll show you another kind of chord here in just a second that will open up your mind. Okay, so let's get this again. Okay, so that's putting the pinky. That's what's called a suspended 4th, if you know your theory. Okay, that there's called a double stop. Take two fingers, not 2 hands. So those 2 on your E and A string. So pinky down for one of them, pinky back up. So get that one, and I'm just going to keep on trucking, okay? So you learn what you can, shut it off when you need to catch up, okay? That's lifting up your middle finger. And make sure you keep doing that emphasis up here on the A string. Back down. Now pinky on the 3rd fret, 5th fret. So we're emphasizing that A string hard because that's where our movement in the chord is going. Okay? Now if I was to add a little more fun to it, again, double stops. That was all 3. All 3 again. Here's all 3 again. Here comes all 3 again. Double stops. Okay, so even more cool stuff. Again, it's just going to fly by. Okay? Okay? Hammer on means hit your thumb right there on your C string, open, hammer it onto the 2nd fret without hitting it again. Then do a double stop or whatever you care to. It's your music. I'm just giving you some bricks. You go build your own house, okay? your pinky at 4 and 5. Okay, if you ever want to do this or just real quick, here's your G. Take your actual G note here on your E string, bring it back to this F, and it'll actually make it a G7. And that'll be the note that leads you to the C chord. Okay, it just lets you know something's coming up, and it will always be your 4 chord or your C chord. Again, more theory for you. Now to C. To D. Okay, while we're in D, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to change our fingers, move them all one string up. I want you to do D like this, 1 finger, 2nd fret. Now you're going to put your thumb up here on the G string, middle finger down here on the E string, and your 1st finger here on the C string. Okay, so we're going to be going from 2nd fret. Okay. Okay, again, make the note that is moving, which again here is now on the E string. Now to finish out your D chord, of course, you put your pinky up here on your A string 5th fret, and you can always put it right here on the E string 5th fret. And what's cool is a major scale. Real quick, I'm going to move this pinky around and some other fingers, but while you have the D basic pattern, we're going to go 5, 4, open, which means 2 here, then 5 on this string, on your E string, then 3, then 2, okay, going to 4 on your C string, right back to 2, okay. Okay, so that should give you that idea. Now with some strumming, I'm doing what's called ghost notes, which are the down. So I'm going hit, you hear the reverb there, don't worry about it, it just makes it sound great. Okay, back of the fingernails, all of them, as many as you want to hit. Down, up, down. And you decide whether you want to come back up for a couple notes. That's just using 1 finger. So on the breakdowns or whatever you want to do, or okay, so mix those together. ghost note just means you are making the clicky sounds. You get ghost notes this way too. I'm using the G string as my ghost notes. Okay, or you can actually kind of mute them with the palm of your hand or not push them down much. Where would you use it? You'd be surprised. Okay, so of course you could take this D, move it up to E. Or no different, okay? Exactly the same. Okay, so we have it up to E, F, G, A. Okay, all the way up to C again. Okay, so it makes no difference. You can play Christmas songs all day long. Or all those will give you easy ways to get these things down. So again, that's kind of how you do all these different hybrid pickings and strummings. Again, you can use your typical one finger or your thumb thing, whatever you're normally doing, but I love droning. So I got two G strings going here. But with that banjo roll, that's what it's called, a banjo roll. So you're using your middle finger to jump out of line and go up there and grab your A string. Okay, so that's how we do it. Nice and groovy, nice and easy. Brought to you by Ibanez. You haven't seen these. It's the little Ibanez Iceman they put out for about 2 weeks, and I kissed-ized it with all the mirror stuff from Kamen, K-A-M-N, not the people who used to build Ovation and stuff, and I put the electronics in it, made it nice and groovy. Remember that word. Groovy. Dr. Groovy, Scott Grove, GroovyMusicLessons.com. I've got 4 full-length DVDs you can grab or downloads for $4. Teach you to play very easy stuff. Beyond that, kind of like what I'm doing here, but even more, you can do the blues stuff. And then there's even heavy metal uke. Yep. Distortion, talk boxes, wah-wah pedals, all that stuff. Willie Nelson's granddaughter picked that one up, and the gal, redheaded gal from B-52, she grabbed it. A lot of people have grabbed these things. a little something for everybody. So you guys be groovy, aloha, mahalo, and happy picking, happy banjo rolling in conjunction with everything you already know. So a lot of information, take your time with it, get everything perfect before you move on to the next thing. Then head to the site and pick up some more groovy tips. Later. Bye.